Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about my third day with the Nintendo Switch 2. And then we'll get you a review for this tomorrow. Junior and I are working on that. We want to be able to get you a review. But today's day 3, I decided to pick up Cyberpunk 2077 for this. I've played it on the 4K OLED, and I spent probably about an hour and a half on it. On the handheld, we left the house for a little while, so I took it with me so that I could experience that and kind of get a feel for how the battery ran. I probably played 2 hours while we were gone, about an hour on Cyberpunk, and then I played some Zelda, and then I also played some Castlevania, the Game Boy Advanced edition. I left with a 100% battery, came home with like 31% battery, so overall, over 2 hours, I at least got a minimum of 2 hours of play out of that, so that was pretty good. I'm actually feeling pretty dang good about that, especially being able to play a whole hour of Cyberpunk on that. Dude, if that was a ROG Ally, it'd have been Dunsky. It'd have been Dunsky pretty quick. So battery life on this, pretty decent. I did play in the performance mode as well as the quality mode on that. Very, very good. Now, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talking about how Nintendo Switch is not a premium experience, but when I look at this, see if I can get that. When I look at the visuals of Cyberpunk, even on here, I'm over in Dogtown, you know, and I'm walking around. It looks really good on this screen. Like, this screen looks absolutely freaking beautiful. Like, when you're walking around and stuff, like, this looks freaking awesome on here. I'm not even joking, guys. Like, I walked into Dogtown, and I'm in here, and I'm walking around, and I'm just looking at this place. And I start like looking around and stuff, and I'm looking at like all the details and everything else here in freaking Dogtown, and I'm like, my gosh, man, that right there, compared to everything I've seen on the other Nintendo, on the Switch, I look at this and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This looks this freaking good, you know, like turning the camera and stuff. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do it this way for you. It like legitimately boggles my mind, you know, that like people would say that this thing isn't feeling next gen to them. Like, if we come over here to the display, like let's just show you this right here. Let's get this bad boy on this display and show you. Whew, sorry guys, I don't want that thing to, oh, let me get this light off so we're not getting that thing. But let's turn that on. Sorry, I might actually have to turn that other freaking light off too. Let me do that. And then let me turn down the sound a little bit on here. Let me turn down the sound. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we got the sound down, and then we're gonna take a look at this for a second, because let me see what setting I have it in. Setting. So we're in the quality mode, so we're going to go ahead and drop that over to performance, so we can look at performance first. Sorry guys, it just takes a second for that to come off, but performance feels like it's probably 40 frames a second. Like, performance feels like it's probably 40. We're on a, you know, obviously this monitor's a 4K OLED display, and when I get in here, guys, and I look at this, and I think even right here in the performance mode, I'm looking at this game and I'm like, that looks really good on a 4K display. Lots of detail, lots of color pop, everything like that. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, gosh dang, my friends, this absolutely looks freaking next gen for a console, man. Like, going from This right here, this game right here would be like, oh my gosh, man, going straight from Switch 1 to seeing this. If you haven't played this game yet, of course, obviously it's an old game, but the fact that like this looks this incredible on the freaking Switch 2 compared to like not even being able to run this game on Switch 1, that to me just feels like, okay, yeah, if more games like this come out and can run this good and be able to do what Switch 2 is doing right now with it, even just right now, I mean, because we're like legitimately a freaking performance mode. If we go back to quality is 30. Quality is definitely a 30 frames per second experience, but we can try that because it's fine. Like we can legit play that. You get, oh my gosh, just even more like texture quality and stuff, and it just looks incredible. Let's go back in there. There was some like really cool stuff to look at in here. Like I was just walking through here slow when I got home, and I was just looking at this, and I'm like, my goodness, this is absolutely freaking mind-blowing. The amount of detail that you're getting on a freaking Switch, my friends. Like this is on a Switch, a handheld device. This looks good. I think this thing is punching above its weight for sure. And don't give me that there's better freaking handhelds out there. I have a ROG Ally, and you know, yeah, you can get some very impressive stuff on the ROG Ally, but at the same time, like this is impressive, my friends. For the cost of this compared to the ROG Ally, it's like half the cost and looks damn near just as good. If not better, honestly. Like this might actually look better. I'm gonna play this game on the ROG and see, you know, try to capture some footage of you know, both of them or whatever, so that we can maybe do some lining up or something like that. But my goodness, this just looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of this building. I believe this is the way. Yeah, there was the guys working on it. Let's go on outside. I think it might be closer to daytime now. It's kind of looking that way. It does look a little bright. Start walking to the brightness, but it still could potentially be nighttime. Yeah, it's nighttime. Look at that freaking view, my friends. What a freaking view. When I came to Dogtown on this, that's kind of what sold me. I was like, oh my gosh, man, Dogtown is just so much. There's just so much going on here. And you get that full experience. I could legit play this. I'm like, dang, this looks beautiful, even on a 4K display. That's what I'm saying. It's like, wow, this looks absolutely freaking incredible. And it's not even that bad to play. I mean, like I said, I played through the whole game at 30 frames per second, so you can definitely play this at 30. Is it the most? I mean, I don't know. Like, I had a fun time playing this at 30. It does look like it drops a little bit lower than 30, though. But still, you know, for the most part, it's damn playable. You get out here, you start running around and stuff, man, pretty soon. Like, you can just turn it to, let's see how it runs in performance in here. Sorry, I keep forgetting that the, see, look, even performance, it just makes it look a little bit softer. But then you get a little bit more performance. Yeah, this definitely feels more like it's 40 frames. But still hitting probably, I don't know. Let's get into Eden Plaza. I don't know, man. I think people could play this, especially if you're coming from the Switch one. Yeah, you could easily play this game. It definitely does feel like it struggles a little more in Dogtown for sure. So maybe just play the base game. But yeah, I mean, this does feel like it struggles a little bit, but not like horribly. Like, I mean, absolutely still playable. I mean, that looks pretty good, guys. For a handheld, man. Oh my goodness. This is actually pretty freaking sweet. Damn. It's actually quite detailed for Johnny Silverhand. Damn. Oh yeah, man, this is freaking sweet. Wow, this actually runs pretty decent. I legit didn't even think that. I thought this was going to be very poor, very poor experience. But to be completely honest with you, if you jump in this game every morning before playing anything else, you know, because once you go like 60 or something, it's really hard to reattune to like a 30 frames per second. But if you jump in there in the morning and play 30 first, then you're okay. But so I would recommend playing this game first and then playing something else, because the Nintendo Switch 2 can absolutely do 60 FPS games. I mean, look at that, guys. Oh, that just looks incredible. Let's see it in the quality mode, though. Yeah, I mean, it just looks a little bit softer in performance mode. So either way, I think you're kind of all right when you're playing this, to be completely honest with you. I think that what Cyberpunk has to offer, I mean, game-wise, I mean, the story in the game and all of that is like really good. I mean, obviously, we're just running around looking at visuals and stuff, but the gameplay on here, like, I have done some like combat stuff. I turn off my reticles and everything. Who else is shooting at me? Pow. Ooh. Yeah, so I mean, you can engage in combat fine. You should be able to do stuff. It doesn't feel any worse than what it did on Xbox Series X when I played through it. I played through it though in the 30 FPS mode. I didn't play through it in the performance mode because I wanted my visual quality back then. And yeah, this is actually doing pretty damn well, to be completely honest with you. It freezes every time it saves like that too. Like it like freezes for a second, but the overall game is actually quite good to play. I'm surprised at how much detail and everything they've been able to keep in this game too. That's the interesting thing. It's like they were able to keep a lot in here. Pretty dang good draw distance and everything. Like you start walking and like I'm not seeing massive pop in, but I'm seeing shimmering and stuff like that, but like massive like weird pop in and stuff, no, it's not that bad at all. I mean, I ran down that thing last time. That was pretty freaking sweet. Let's go over there again. Because there's where I came in. Voodoo. Voodoo you love. See, I think I came like right over here. Because I was like, yeah, I just want to go down. Came right over here and I looked at that. I was like, damn, that just looks badass. And then jumped over. Just walked down the building. Just get yourself a nice little look at Night City. And then walk on down. Badass freaking, yeah, dude, this is cool. Like this, to me, I'm more surprised that this actually works and that it's playable than really anything else. You just walk through here, have fun, obviously, being able to engage in combat. I mean, this is a very attractive game a lot of the time, and they pulled it off on Switch too. I'm very surprised, to be completely honest with you. It makes this like very, very cool looking, man. Like this is absolutely freaking awesome. Come over here and look out. Let's go walk this way. I thought people were gonna like freaking try to like come at me while I was up here playing this game. Over here, we're gonna go into there. A little bit of shimmering because it's broken. Come over here and you look at this building. Gosh, so cool. Yeah, you see, it's like the pop-in's not even that atrocious on this. It's actually quite manageable. I mean, seeing Mario freaking Kart World is one thing, but seeing Cyberpunk running on a Nintendo Switch and still retaining, like, look at this. Still being able to retain that level of textures in the freaking ground and stuff. The level of detail in the bins of freaking garbage and stuff still. This is quite impressive. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, this cannot be a scam. This game's pretty, I mean, it's not super duper heavy anymore on today's hardware, but it's also not super light to run. I mean, obviously we've got probably zero ray tracing, maybe a little bit of global illumination, maybe, I don't know. But for the most part, this really just feels quite good to play on a Switch 2, man. This is freaking, wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy that this even works. Let's walk in here. Let you guys see this one more time before we bounce out of here. And then being able to play it on handheld too. It actually runs even better on handheld. It's a lot smoother than the 4K mode for sure. Even the quality mode. Quality and performance run better in handheld for sure. At the 1080p target. This here is clearly upscaling to 4K and it's doing a very good job. So if you want a lot of performance, maybe play it on 1080p if you've got like a 1080p monitor, because this will do 4K, 1440p, 1080p. So I'm wondering if the 1080p will, you know what, we can kind of check that, because I do have the ability to switch this to 1080p. I wonder if the oh wow, that actually works, guys. Now we're actually getting, whoa, shoot, we need to check this out a little more. We need to go back outside, because we're a lot smoother in here now. A lot smoother. The visuals are definitely softer, but wow, we are much smoother now. So it's what we're gonna do while we're in the 1080p mode. Just gonna go over here and we're gonna performance. Resume. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're essentially getting the same performance that we would be getting from dude, I love this monitor. I mean, we're still dropping frames, but we are definitely getting a lot smoother. Like, let's see, when we run. Interesting. So we are on 120 hertz display, VRR is on, HDR is on. So either we're running at a locked 30 or we are at a 60 FPS in order for that 120, because of no, this feels a lot lower. This actually feels lower than feels lower than 60 for sure. Probably like 40 frames. I don't know. I wonder what the settings are for this. I'm gonna have to look it up and see what they advertised it as, because this feels like a cross between like 30-40 frames, if you ask me. Like, this feels like it's like a 30 to 40 in between game. It doesn't feel like it's going as high as 60. It kind of feels like it's capped under that. But I mean, even right now in performance mode, I don't know, that freaking bouncing of the head in a run kind of throws me off though, because it like feels smooth to like turn and pan the camera and stuff like that, but that jumping and bouncing kind of makes it feel, I mean, yeah, we're turning pretty good. So yeah, my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.